Okay, so we're in part two of the video, a video that I wanted to speak of too. That it was just something that was sitting in my spirit, had me wanted to get on the screen and talk about. Okay, so there's a lot of folks who are admiring you at this moment. I know a lot of you guys are picking that up in y'all spirit, because we can pick up things in our energy, right? And when we feel things that are not of us, or we see that something is trying to overtake us in our energy, we then have to cleanse it. And what I'm speaking of is your admirers. Okay, now I'm trying to be PG-13. You know, I'm not saying things that's maybe provocative, but there may be folks that are looking at y'all pictures and doing things that bring them pleasure in your pictures, and they've been doing it for a long period of time, and they've been like thinking of you heavily, you know. And this may run up in your energy, how frequently, you know, they're doing these things. Okay, and it could affect you, because once again, you know, we have a sensitive spirit where it don't take much for us to find out things that's going on in our energy that is projecting towards someone that's projecting towards us. And I just want you guys to know this, because what I don't understand is folks just, you know, keeping it real with you, right? And telling you how they feel about you. These are folks that Spirit was telling me that these are folks who are scared. They're in fear to tell you how they feel. You know, so they tap into, you know, you maybe at your job, maybe you know, around your neighborhood, or maybe in, you know, social media. You know, they tapping in and they feel some type of way about you, and they've been feeling some type of way about you for a while, okay? But behind the scenes, they're doing these things, and it's coming up in your energy, and it's really upsetting a lot of you guys out there, because you're feeling like a lustful spirit that is very annoying, because it keeps coming up in your energy, and it's letting you know that this person has been, you know, doing this every day, of fantasizing about you, you know, and, you know, looking at your picture, you know, just a picture of you, of anything that has to do with you, and it gets them in his fantasy, and they start pleasuring themselves, and then things start like those things start coming up in your energy, okay? And like I say, Spirit was letting me know that, you know, this could be your twin flame, if you guys believe in that. I mean, it was just coming up my spirit, so I gotta say it. It could be one of your soulmates, or it could be your ex, you know, or it could be your ex trying to can sense that someone is coming in your life, and they're trying to manifest you back through these fantasies of you, and thinking about you, like projecting towards you and trying to manifest you back. And then again, this can be, you know, your soulmate, where this person's in fear of approaching you and telling you how they feel, and what they're doing is they're again pleasuring themselves through, you know, pictures, videos, whatever that's of you from afar, and they're constantly doing this, and they're dreaming about you. You know, when you fade away, it's like you're in a, you know, you in reality, and then you just fade away daydreaming. Yeah, they do daydreaming about you as well, and it's catching up in your spirit, to where it's very heavy, it's very potent, to where you feel as though it's something, it's to the point where you feel as though you got to rage some type of spiritual warfare, because you feel as though it's something negative that's coming towards you, that's trying to bind you, that's trying to capture you in the spirit realm through lust of an incubus or a succubus spirit. But, you know, it's really this person, may I say, or persons that are attending these things. And I didn't really know what to say, you know, because again, I found myself cleansing my energy a lot due to these, you know, these things. And like I say, it could be an ex, or it can be some soulmate that may be coming in your life, but again, this person, they don't know how to approach you. They're in fear or intimidated by you. There's just a lot of emotions that is blocking this person from basically just stepping up to the forefront and telling you how they feel. So behind the scenes, they're just projecting, you know, this heavy energy of how they feel and what they want to do according to you. You know, I mean, they got a lot of things in their head of what they want to do to you. I'm pretty sure it came up in your spirit. And you were like, what the heck? What is this? It just pops up randomly throughout the day. Really at night. Like, this person really go in on you at night. You know, they really, you know, going in and, you know, having all these, you know, these fantasies, these dreams, these different sessions about, you know, what they want to do. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I mean, it's a lot. You know, because it comes up in your energy. Like, it's not hidden. Like, they feel as though what they're doing, far as they think they're doing this, you know, behind the scenes and in privacy, but it's coming up in our energy, so we know everything how you feel. Like I say, we just don't know who it is. It could be an ex, it could be a soulmate, that's one of your soulmates in this world. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Yeah, it could be an ex that feels as though they're trying to manifest you back once again, or it could be a soulmate that, you know, they just launching out of how they feel about you behind the scenes, and they don't know how to present this to you, but you know, eventually I believe so they will. If they're an earth angel and if they're a divine one like yourself, we're gonna eventually keep it real, because we the realists. You know, all we know is realness. All we know how to move physically as, and spiritually as, and mentally as, is on some real type stuff. You know, we can't front for too long, because it's really killing us slowly. You know, we gotta move in realness. You know, we got to keep it real. I mean, or it's going to eat us up alive, you know. And once again, you know, us, earth angel, you know, we're going to know, because everything is going to come up in our energy. I'm pretty sure they know, because they just, if they're earth angel like yourself and a divine one like yourself, they're going to know. You know, if I'm projecting, you know, projecting on this person, they know is going to telepathically come up in our energy, and we're going to know. But again, we don't know who, but we know what's going on. So it's best that, you know, folks just keep it real, because at some point it can be irritating to a divine, you know, one, when, you know, you're projecting all this stuff in their energy, you know, and they don't know what's going on. It could be irritating. You know, it could be to the point where then it comes into, this person is getting angry. This person's getting fed up, because they got to constantly clearing their energy, because it's really heavy. This person really feels some type of way about you guys, because when I felt it, you know, in my energy for the full collective, this is a heavy energy where this person is really feeling some type of way, you know, like really, it was really heavy. Okay, would know if they were your kind, because they would come to the forefront, and they will keep it real. Remember, we earth angels, we divine ones, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're gonna get what we need to get across, you know, without feeling no type of way. It is what it is. This is what I'm feeling. This is what, you know, it is. So we're gonna present stuff to the forefront however we may feel, you know. And like I say, if this person is like yourself, part of the collective, part of the divine, you have no worries. This person is going to come clean, you know. But again, if this is your ex, oh, just know you did the right decision, you know, for moving on and not looking back, and letting this person know that all that was a lesson. This is not something for you to keep carrying on, you know, trying to connect yourself to through me, through the spiritual realm, you know, by trying to manifest through lust, through thinking about this person back to back, you know, and, you know, creating all these spells, you know, as they looking at your picture, and as they, you know, trying to you know, look at your videos or wherever, pop up wherever you at, trying to say these spells, you know, trying to say these spells of trying to bind. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm here to let you know, you know, you're wasting your time. Okay, it literally have to be on a divine choice. of this person, of this divine one. And you got to match them for one, like matching by equally yoked with you for one, and it has to be on purpose. Can't just be up here just, you know, going about things that way and expecting it to work. It will not. Okay, but anyway, I'm not trying to go no further. Those who got an ear to hear, stay fearfully and stay wonderfully made.